evening and welcome to the evening news on Osbc television. My name is Moturayo Ayegbayo. Nigeria Labour Congress NLC has warned those pushing for fuel subsidy removal to forgo the idea and save the country from another round of social unrest. The NLC gave the warning following announcement by the President Muhammadu Buhari administration that it had left the matter for the incoming regime. NLC General Secretary Emmanuel Boachi said nobody should drag the masses and Nigerian workers into any increase in fuel price in the name of subsidy removal, stating that organized labor will kick against it. According to him, it will be uncharitable in 2023 for any government to be talking about subsidy or no subsidy for a product that is naturally and thoroughly well endowed in Nigeria. He said it's marks of wickedness for the nation to be discussing subsidy instead of production, lamenting that the energy and resources people are putting into discussing subsidy showed a lack of seriousness and appreciation of what governance should be. The former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mohammed Sanusi, has said Nigeria has never been this divided since the Civil War of 1967 to 1970. He said the country, because of the elections, is now dangerously divided along ethnic and religious lines, adding that it had put the integrity of public institutions in question. Sanusi made the remarks at the third Nigerian Leadership Colloquium in Lagos, tagged "A New Nigeria, Leadership Imperative for Radical Growth and Transformation." He stated that the country now has a challenge of nation building, noting that the economy is now in doldrums. The Oni of Ife, Obadiah Ogunwusi Jaja II, has called for the need to make Nigeria's institutions independent enough to protect democracy and the economy. The Royal Father spoke at the third Nigerian Leadership Colloquium tagged "A New Nigeria Leadership Imperative for Radical Growth and Transformation" to celebrate Pastor Ichua Ighodalo's 62nd birthday in Lagos. Oba Ogunwusi also called for transparency of the electoral system for people to identify with ideals of candidates, explaining that any candidate vying for office should be ready to face the people and discuss issues. He added that people must be ready to call leadership to order and prepared to take their destinies in their hands. Osun State Governor Senator Demola Adeleke has reiterated his administration's commitment towards ensuring adequate learning environment for school purpose towards inclusive education in the state. The governor, who spoke through his deputy, Prince Kola Adewusi, stated this at the formal commissioning of rehabilitated 2 blocks of 8 classrooms, constructed fence and gatehouse, toilets, playing arena, and reticulated borehole at Community Primary School Dagbolu, which was facilitated by Osun Community and Social Development Agency, Osun CSDAs, in collaboration with the Osun State Government and World Bank. The governor stated further that the project was done in fulfillment of his campaign promises with direct focus on improvement of learning environment and outcome to reverse poor performance of students in public schools. Also in a welcome address, the general manager of Osun CSDA, Mrs. Aderonke Abokede, appreciated the state government's support and commitment towards improving the school facilities of the community primary school. Meanwhile, Osun State Governor Senator Demola Adeleke has approved free train ride for Osun indigents in Lagos State and other southwest states willing to celebrate Easter Festival with their families. A release signed by the spokesperson to the governor, Malam Olawale Rashid, said the Imale free train service will depart the Ido terminus in Lagos tomorrow morning with stopovers at designated train stations in Ogun and Oyo State to pick passengers, and is expected to arrive at the Nelson Mandela Park train station at Osogbo in the evening. The return trip from Osogbo to Lagos will be on Monday morning, on the morning of next Monday, adding that the Imale free train service is designed to provide relief to citizens of the state traveling home to celebrate with their loved ones, as the administration of Governor Adeleke will now relent in offering free train service for indigents during festive periods. The list therefore enjoins citizens to avail themselves of the opportunity to visit the state and celebrate with their families and loved ones. Meanwhile, the federal government has declared Friday 7th and Monday 10th of April 2023 as public holidays to mark this year's Easter celebration. The Minister of Interior of Aregbesola made the declaration in Abuja. Aregbesola, in a statement signed by the ministry's permanent secretary, Shuaib Okoro, urged Christians to emulate the virtues of sacrifice, togetherness, forgiveness, kindness, love, peace, and patience, which were attributes and practices of Jesus Christ as exemplified by his ministry and health. The minister also called on Christians and all Nigerians to use the occasion of this day's Easter celebration to pray for an end to the security challenges in parts of the country. He pointed out that security is everybody's business, while wishing Christians at home and in the diaspora a happy and peaceful Easter celebration. He also enjoined them to love their neighbors through acts of kindness and generosity. The Executive Director of National Primary Health Care Development Agency, Dr. Faisal Shuaib, says only 60% of eligible Nigerians have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Dr. Faisal made the revelation in Abuja at a knowledge sharing for accelerating equitable access, acceptance, and uptake of COVID-19 vaccines project by an international organization geared at addressing vaccine hesitancy, building trust, and ensuring equitable distribution of vaccines in Kano, Kaduna, and the Federal Capital Territory. The disclosure comes amid warning from health experts that the pandemic is still much with Nigeria, as it submitted that Nigeria is there to attain the target of vaccinating 70% of its citizens. The NPHCDA boss blamed the development on people's hesitancy to take the vaccine, adding that lifting of lockdowns and restrictions contributed to the problem. Now to sports. Nigerian cricket team has defeated defending champions Rwanda by 9 runs to win the third Nigeria Cricket Federation Women's T201 Invitational Tournament at the Tafawa Balewa Square Cricket Oval. Nigeria won the toss and elected to bat first, leading to a hard-fought first inning with 99 runs on board. The team, led by the impressive Salome Sunday and Piat Lucky, Nigeria raced through the inning for the loss of 4 wickets in 20 overs. The match was a repeat of last year's final game, which the Rwandans won. It was different in many aspects, as the East African Giants met a more mature and determined Nigerian team eager to impress their sponsors. The defending champions had to manage 90 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. Speaking after the game, NCA President Uye Patu said the victory is a welcome development and good feedback on the Federation's investment in cricket development. This year's edition of Women's T201 Invitational Tournament featured Ghana, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, Rwanda, and host Nigeria. Coming from the foreign scene, the United Nations mission in Afghanistan will hold talks with Taliban officials in Kabul to seek clarity on a new government ban that blocks women from working for the world body across the country. The UN said the Taliban government had extended a ban on women working for non-governmental organizations to the world body. Spokesman for the Secretary General, Stephen Jarrick, told reporters that UNAMA received a warrant of an order by the de facto authorities that bans female national staff members of the United Nations from working, adding that the UN had heard from various conduits that it applies to the country. Authorities have barred teenage girls from a secondary school, and women have been pushed out of many government jobs, prevented from traveling without a female relative, and ordered to cover up outside of the home, ideally with a burqa. UN Special Rapporteur on Human Rights in Afghanistan, Richard Bennett, said in a recent speech in Geneva that the Taliban authorities' policy may amount to the crime of gender persecution. And that was the evening news on Osbc TV. Join us at 7 for the major report. Thank you for watching. Good evening.